The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
So, this is something I actually forgot. How many of the chemicals does he actually have here? Most of it's just generic shit, right?
All but one of them.
All but one of them. So what doesn't
That was the issue.
Everything.
Yeah, you were going to go get into heaps of trouble and do tons of missions and shit. He has all but one of the chemicals here.
What chemical doesn't he have?
Well, it's the rarest one.
It's the one that's in the cold rock hole, isn't it?
Well, yes. It's rubidium. Now, you can all make a memory check, and if you don't make, and you need to get, don't roll, no rolls count yet, you need to get 30. If you don't get 30, don't tell me about it. If you fail your memory check, but you do have a chemistry or some kind of military knowledge, you can roll that and on a 30 as well and try and get that.
One or the other, right?
Get
Yeah.
30, so...
But you could roll a 20.
Yeah.
I rolled a 9, even if I get a 20.
If you roll
I
a
can't get
20,
through.
you just succeed though.
That's Might as well roll for the...
So I got 30 exactly on the chemistry roll.
Okay. If you don't mind waiting a month, you can just get it without any trouble through your work. As it is, you could just adjust an order that is already being made for your department and just get the extra little bit for you, because he only needs a few ounces. You could just adjust it the order ever so slightly and then just wait for it to show up.
It's still a month.
We don't have a month. Can't keep Angus asleep for a month.
If we put him in a stasis pod
He'd have to
that
be in a
Goodman has in
stasis
his
pod,
lab,
yeah.
this is like freezing time for the person inside.
I was hoping you would remember that.
I remember that.
They exist.
I listened through, like, why did we use that?
Because we thought it was only going to be a short-term thing.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, just go get all these chemicals. So I can get this one in a month, which is all we need, judging from what you have in the base already.
What? I have chemicals here?
The-
What?
They're in those shelves there.
They're my friends. What?
We need a month.
Oh. Then we'll have to kill him.
Why don't we just use
Wait,
the
what?
stasis pods?
Those are for criminals! Oh. We could all go into the pods and he wouldn't attack us. Yes, yes.
No, we put him in the pods.
Okay, how lovely. Huh?
If we put him in one of the pods, he'll be in stasis for a month, that'll be fine.
We can't put him in one of the pods.
Why not?
Because they're my pods. For me to use. Not you. You don't get to.
Well,
But don't you want to figure out a way to penetrate his skin?
Right where I need it any time. Yes, we should use the pods! Yes. The pods. One of them, though. Just one. That one. He
Okay.
points to one of the slightly larger pods.
I don't think we can split him between pods anyway without killing him, so
Is that not an option?
that is not an option.
But we're using only one pod. I'm not letting you kill him and split him between pods. That's a bad idea. You're a bad girl. Bad. Report to my lab. Oh, and
I'm in your lab.
right. Well, if we're going to transport him into the pods, we're going to need to secure him to this stretcher. Pass me that roll of tape. Thank you. And he begins taping him to the stretcher. He slips up a bit and just puts it in. You now have a section of tape all the way across the side of your face and into your hairline.
There are only two options, both of them are pain.
This tape will slow his escape from the stretcher if he starts to get free during the transit. This is very strong tape, and to prove it, I sawed this boat in half. He points over to a boat that's sawn in half, and repaired it using only this tape. It's still sawn in two halves.
I was about when it's still in two halves.
He needed the tape afterwards.
can't Spectre just keep him asleep the entire time?
No, she can't go into the pods. They're my pods.
That's not what I said.
You're quite right. Let us move him quickly now. We're going to move him in there. You keep him asleep.
Why is he speaking slowly?
Don't.
We moving
She understands
him.
English.
Pod him in there.
She only understands Swiss chef.
Did I offend you somehow?
No, it's fine, let's go.
Das been moved because behind edges.
We are moving, currently moving.
Got to pay for that, aren't you?
Okay, he's in the pod.
And the pod is on.
Dr. Goodman sets it to 3, medium brown.
What?
When I built these, I only had toaster controls from Radio Shack.
How long will that keep him in there?
Until we turn it on.
Okay.
Could you get me that boat half?
The left or the right one?
Yes! He
I
just
just
walks
shake
out
my-
of the room.
I just shake my head.
He walks out of the room.
Well, that was an experience.
He's getting worse.
Is he? He's much more
Big dogs! Big dogs landing on my face!
together than
He comes back in wearing a flannel set of pajamas and a cap. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. When did you all get here? What? Oh, yes, of course, the excitement. Well, best be off with you. He moves over to one of the cryopods and puts some bread in there and sets it to 3.
We've got to rendezvous to pick up the gear.
Toast.
Yeah.
Wait, he's not going to toast Aegis, is he?
Are you currently toasting Aegis?
No. Set to 3.
That's what this one is set to.
That's a cryopod.
You said it was the red
It's the same shape as everything. As far as you know, that's a
okay.
cryopod.
We should go get the gear. So here? We should go to the park.
Oh, the drop-off, yes.
Have you ever considered getting a new suit?
I have. I need to get my contact.
I have the perfect idea. Yes. What? And then he leaves the room.
Probably best if we leave
Yes.
Yeah. You sure Aegis is going to be okay here?
As long as that isn't a toaster.
It's safer for him to be here than him being out of there.
Yes, but...
We don't really have any other options. If we hand him over to Mr. X, he'll probably just kill him.
I wouldn't think so. He's not up on killing mutants.
No, but he is up on stopping mutants that are doing evil.
He probably put in some kind of stasis too, and then
That's it.
study him.
The cell we had him in blocks mutant powers, and his tissue was still becoming more dense. So we don't even know if they could block him for hurrah.
Are we sure that cryopod can
Roll a
counteract
memory
his natural...
check. Not a memory check, sorry, an awareness roll.
Oh, that's a totally different. So I rolled the same thing twice. It's 12.
Thank you.
Well, with him just saying that, I checked to see if it's magic.
What's magic?
Aegis, well, he's mentioned the phenomena it wasn't.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, 16 on the die and what? Magic awareness.
Oh. You're having trouble seeing into the pod. It's got interferometric anion particles everywhere.
Are we sure that the pod is going to be able to sufficiently counteract whatever's making him get stronger?
I can't detect him through it, so it's pretty good.
Besides, even if he breaks out of the pod, Goodman has the highest chance of all of us to subdue him.
True. Especially if he's got more of those...
He is 60% Twinkie.
He's got more of that stuff to throw at his face.
Yeah.
Hopefully he has enough time to contact us if he needs help. I'm guessing he wouldn't let you set up any cameras watching him. Rather,
No, he doesn't like this sort of stuff.
so have you thought about what you're going to tell the rest of your family?
He went back to Brooklyn.
Boston.
Whatever.
He was probably right the first time. He probably thinks it's Brooklyn.
Just
Everything's about him, right?
Mum won't really concern her because he's been in and out for a while, so.
Anyway, we should get to the drop point.
Yes.
Get to the drop point. You fucking cod. Yeah, okay, a waypoint marker appears on the door 3 feet to your left.
to the wrong door there.
Press Y to open door.
I step to the left, but then it brings up out of battlefield and the screen goes red.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, cool. And then it sends you to a microtransaction store.
to open the door.
You gotta
No,
pay, you gotta pay
buy your
$4.99
loading
to
screen
access
loading
this
faster.
1 meter squared plot of land.
Yeah.
You need a battle pass to open the door. And then your door opening animation could be one of several. Why not try and get one out of one of these boxes with as less than 1% chance of getting the animation you want?
We leave the base.
Cool. What are you doing?
We go to the drop point.
You go to the drop point in your big APC.
We don't go to the drop point in the APC. I'll drop off around the corner.
Yep, just round the corner. You're
It's
not
like a
wasting
couple of
that
blocks
trip.
away.
Amazingly,
I'll
the
check.
giant black APC lumbering through the town does not attract the attention of anyone who calls the crap.
I'll change on the way.
Do what?
Civilian clothing. Because that's normally what I'm in when we go to the park for the drop.
Okay, yep, you do that.
In the
In the car.
car.
Because I'll just
Man, I
I'll
can
just,
sell this video to Megaton!
I'll just pull it on top
Spend
of my
more.
existing outfit and then remove the mask. That's all I need to do.
When she removes the mask, all of a sudden Sovieta's gone and there's this other girl there.
You might have-
Because that is the effect. That people can't recognise you with the
Even though you
mask
change
on.
your clothes, it's still.
So therefore, all of a sudden, different girl who looks the same. This is apparently confusing to people. Because it has to be. Okay, you get there.
Where did Soviet go?
What's that?
That does not happen.
Where's Soviet? Breach! Breach! There's a breach! Flamethrowers inside. Oh god.
Klaus.
I can see the video now.
So Soviet bumbles fatuously into the drop zone.
I get out of the car.
That's what I said.
I have very high agility. I do not bumble.
Well, you did up until about yesterday.
I don't know if anybody else is coming with me to the actual
Oh yeah, I'll come to the drop site with you. Really inconspicuous.
in the big armor.
The missing crotch.
I thought you fixed that.
Oh yeah.
Because it was a simple plug-in deal. And a hammering job.
Spear crotches.
I'll hop out and disappear into the bushes of the park to follow the team.
Okay. You do that. The bushes welcome you.
My people, seeing as my people aren't here anymore.
Go to the bench near the fountain. That's usually, I believe, where.
Okay. There isn't anyone around for a while, and then the time arrives, and slowly hobbling in through the park on clearly a late night stroll is a secret agent style man with a curly earpiece and everything, wearing the wig of an old woman and carrying a rolling pin
Oh my god. Rolling pin.
and a wool knit bag. And she says things like, "Oh, Noct, I wonder if the pies will have done cooling yet," and so on.
Master of stuff.
The pies will be cold at midnight. And the swallow heads south.
What? Anyway, she drops the wool knit bag beside the fountain and continues hobbling off into the night. Pausing only to beat an uninteresting man around the head with a boy.
I'm not there.
I'll pick up the bag and then I'll follow her and say, "Ma'am, you dropped your..." No. No, I don't do that. I retrieve the walnut bag and then return to where I was dropped off.
Where was that? You don't know, do you? Aha!
You should just go to the subway.
Subway?
I'm just gonna
I looked for the huge black ABC.
do a sneaky sweep of the park just to make sure there was no one watching and waiting for us to leave before they leave.
Okay, go ahead. Are you also doing any kind of perception or something?
I probably should.
30? I figured perception is what you were after.
35.
5.
35 on my perception.
You don't detect anyone out of sort of watching or following you guys in particular.
Just a couple of odd park goers.
Yeah, here and there. Very rare at this time of night. And with 35, you actually see a glint of something under a bush on your way out.
How close is the bush? From where I'm...
It's path side.
Well, I will go, and then go and examine what the glint is.
Yeah, it seems like there's some loose dirt piled up, and there's just a bit pushed aside, and there's this sort of light reflective smooth surface there.
I'll brush some of the dirt aside.
There appears to be a globular, small golf ball sized globe of polished orange crystal material.
Pearl.
Okay, that's where that is.
And then I will continue on my way to the...
Slattern Soviet continues jiggling out of the dark, undulating with annoyance. What are you doing? You see her, leaving the park eventually.
Wait until she's left the park, and then we'll leave 5 minutes after her. Just a last wee check.
Soviet arrives back at the APC without Skinwalker.
Where's Skinwalker?
I don't know. I mean, he split away from me and just after I got out and headed towards some bushes over there.
Oh, shine the beams at the bushes.
All of them?
Just some of them.
I don't want to burn the bushes.
It becomes
Very difficult to hide.
daytime. plus. As 50,000 lumens of light bathe the area you're in. Like a startled deer, you're like,
What? Stand up out of the bush?
I will then turn them off.
The spirits call for me to carry on. No, return early.
dazed and blinded, you stumble around for a bit and fall down. You're helped back to your feet by an old man who is not the old man you know, but rather the old man from Wisconsin. Was it Wisconsin? Whatever.
Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Yeah. Elder.
Careful. Spirits are pleased you have done a good thing. Restoring of the world to its chaotic storm-like state. Thanks, by the way. Has returned nature, the world path of the spirits, to have dominance instead of evil technologies of the villain. They are so pleased with you. They have granted you the spirit of the running deer. He dissolves into light and flows into you. You now have the ability to shift form into a deer. Into the running deer. This has basically land travel super speed ranks for a limited time. However, it drops your offensive capabilities through the floor.
To that of a deer.
And if someone's behind you, it is impossible for them to not be able to follow you so long as you remain in line of sight. stuff, and it's just white,
Oh,
really
yeah.
glaring white. While in this form, you will grow warm, and you will sort of become slightly fuzzy and have a little tail. Other than that, this is pretty much a I need to run somewhere fast form.
But is he paralysed by sudden lights?
Yes.
That's
So it's a good thing that you found him
We happen
after.
anyway.
Yeah, we found him after that happened to you. Otherwise, you'd be in the bushes just.
After the euphoria of this experience, you find yourself lying on the ground, wondering if you dreamt that.
Stand up, say a quick Hanya for listening to the spirits. Throw a handful of ash into the
The
sky.
sky goes boom. Well done. Like if while you're listening to this during the edit, you're actually have your screen tabbed out to the PlayStation and you're in the
Thanks, bud. I'll stumble back.
Drunkenly, the Native American man stumbles back to the APC after having disappeared into a bush. Fair enough.
The spirit spoke to me and granted me new power.
Sure.
A blessing for our work at the Devil's Tower.
I'm glad they were happy.
Take your word for it.
I'm sure one day the spirits will reveal themselves to you, Twin Walker.
If that's what happens to me.
Dude, you can barely walk as it is.
Usually it takes a lot of bottles of vodka to do that to me.
Spirits are potent.
Anyway, do we have the communicators? That's what's in the bag.
He has the bag.
Look inside the egg.
There's some stuff.
What do I find?
You find some small devices about yay large, and they have like a funny port in them, and you find a bunch of like rolled up wires terminate in a two-pronged American style plug.
How many?
6.
Don't afraid to pass them on for side now.
Awesome. Anything else?
Sick bag.
Yes. But it's going to take a while to get the computer program.
Yeah, that is going to take a while to get.
So it wouldn't have been in there.
Well, there's more.
Oh, there's some science in there. You just look science. I feel like a computer program. Because it wouldn't be on a disk or anything. It'd be getting fatuous.
There's a blue disc in there.
Nope.
So like these things, I was under the impression we had to like put these around the town and shit.
Nope.
Like sit them up, we just put them in our houses.
No. These are actually your personal units.
I
these-
was thinking these are the ones we replaced.
These are the ones we charge.
So some small investigation and playing around with it will reveal that you like press down in the end and it pops open and out comes this little headset piece that you put in your ear. It's wireless. You need to plug it into the thing to charge that. This thing clips onto your belt or somewhere else.
So I'll hand them out.
Thank you.
A little bit of confused fiddling.
We must test these. How do we?
How
Oh,
does it?
hey, how are ya?
No. Squeal!
You are coming through loud and clear, Paleface. That's because I'm right beside you. No, but I mean,
I can hear you perfectly.
would also say that it also pops out a little wrist strappy control thing, so you can push the button. Push the button. New designs are available for this in the App Store.
The microtransactions.
For microtransactions, just like shoot me some money and you can have different designs for these instead of the dull grey one. You don't get to choose which one though, I just roll a die and you can collect duplicates of the same design.
Can I see the loot tool? The loot pool?
No.
I really want that one. It's only like.
I'm not actually joking. My Patreon is no.
We get like a better deal if I buy like 50 loot boxes or you like some free ones.
Yeah, sure. Like you can have like two. I mean, like total. Anyway.
But the market's just exploded. Someone wanted to buy 50.
Don't just shut up, you'll sort. Anyway, yeah, you have those now. They're not completely effective because enough buildings will interfere with their signal.
Yep.
But it's to quote game developers who can't be fucked trying, it's better than nothing.
Yes.
Number 9.
So do we want to
Old one.
look into this mysterious suicide and everything still?
What's the time?
It's 8:09.
Shit, we got a lot done tonight.
Oh, it's 11:30 because that's when your drop-offs always are.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we have plenty of time.
Okay, anybody have any ideas where we should look first for clues? The skull.
Probably the teacher's classroom.
Where did the children actually die?
At school. You
Yeah,
don't
but-
know.
Yeah.
Somewhere he frequented often.
Probably
Better.
both.
So,
Speaking of which, meanwhile, in an alleyway not too far away, but far enough away so that you won't stumble across this or be able to find it.
Damn!
So not close enough to trip the magic man.
Yes. There are two large. Well, there are two men. One of them is a large black man in a blue shirt, and the other one is a large sort of white man. Not completely, though. He might be of mixed heritage. We don't want to presume anything. And he is also in a blue shirt. And they are busy beating the crap out of an innocent young girl who had stayed too long for her classes and was now heading home. And then they proceed to begin to rape her when a well-dressed man comes out of the shadows and says, "Boy, I bet you wish this wasn't happening." Then a brick comes loose from the wall of one of the buildings nearby and falls on her face, killing her instantly. Oh, wish granted. Then the two guys whirl around and go, "What the fuck is this?" He's, "Hello, gentlemen. How would you like to make a lot of money?" "But how much are we talking? How much can you imagine?" "No, I can imagine quite a bit. Once I had 250 and a bunch of shoes. Actually, I could do with a bunch of shoes right now, and that jacket looks nice." "You want my jacket?" "Yeah, hand it over." "Granted." That was easy. He only wanted a jacket. I assume you have higher priorities. "Yeah, I want money. Lots of money. Like, all the money." "All the money?" "Yeah, give me all your money." "But I don't have any money." "But I can arrange for you to get any amount of money you want. Just name it." "Okay, I want $1 million. "Very well, $1 million. You will have it." Coincidentally, at this point, a bank truck is transporting money through the city. It suddenly loses control of itself. Careening through the alleyway, it smashes into the poor man and his friend who got his new jacket, killing them instantly. $1 million falls out of the truck and onto his body. Takes his jacket back. Into the night. So what are you guys doing?
You're out of the school.
Okay, you arrive at the school. There's a large police presence because there would be. Do they notice the APC driving up?
If there's cops there, I'll just drive past. Just keep driving.
Okay, there's this one cop standing there. It's like you're driving past, and he's like, he sees you rolling. He's beaten.
You deploy obviously superior APC flipping sticks.
Well, I don't think the school's an option.
There's a cop car behind you. Just flashes his lights and his siren once.
Is it a regular cop car?
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Pull over.
I'll pull off.
He gets out of the car. Walks up to the APC. Taps on the door. See, the APC doesn't have windows that can roll down.
They ain't rolling.
There's a speaker though.
Yeah.
It seems to be the problem, officer.
Just as you were turning that corner there, your tail lights started blinking.
Yes, because I was turning the corner.
Yeah, well, you need to get that checked out, or we're gonna have to write you a ticket.
No problem, I'm very sorry.
Okay.
He broke procedure. He's meant to ask for a license registration first.
Yep. Then he didn't rock down the window, so.
I mean, there are no windows.
Also, this is a comic book universe. Right, so what are you guys doing now?
Or any other leads?
Is there any other news of similar things happening?
Any other, like, mass deaths, you mean?
Mass
But
deaths,
yes.
suicides. I mean,
Isolated.
I mean,
How's forever going?
Simon might have more access to those files. We could ask him.
I wonder if he's on the beat tonight.
there's Simon. He's not answering, so he must be busy.
I'll just turn on the police radio, see if there's anything happening in town.
Okay, someone just roll a d20 and give me the raw number.
17.
Yes, there's been a break-in reported at the Museum of Ruby Crystals of Burma. That's the most important thing on the radio. Do you want other information?
We'll get to that museum.
That
There's a
place
large police presence.
really needs to get better security.
It's got good.
What, you're telling me a card reader on the door isn't enough? This is-
Every other week that place gets knocked
But
off.
it's a piece of art.
So it's just regular cops.
Yeah.
This could be important.
The way you can trip into transmissions and find out what was taken.
No,
I mean,
we've got the radio, but that's all we've got.
Yeah, I would have to talk to the police and investigate for the crimes.
Well, not entirely. Remember, I can still. Hey, listen!
Hey! Listen!
Loretta. So, someone open the door for a moment.
Hey! Listen! Hey! Listen! Where are you sending it?
Skirting over into the museum. Well, I could just sweep and look for something because whatever it sees or hears, I see or hear. It's just annoying.
The cop on the door pays a slight amount of attention as it sails past and going, hey! Listen! Okay, so I need you to just give me a perception check, standard mode.
It's awareness in the system.
Perception.
Perception.
It's on.
It's actually got a skill.
Yeah.
18.
Oh. Excuse me, sir, I don't really think that the museum patrons or the other police or the crime team would appreciate you getting donut crumbs all over the evidence. Ah, damn lab rats. Good old police work's what's needed. So, what actually is missing? It appears, sir, that the exhibit was just recently loaned to the museum from Mr. Anthony Smart. That smart nigger. Yes, sir, that smart. Yes, well. Yeah, well, the case doesn't look that big. Can't have been too valuable or important. Actually, sir, it is one of the more valuable rare artifacts on the planet. Although it tends not to trade much because of the superstitious belief in its curse. Oh, here we go again with the curses. Gets a fresh donut out of the box, starts eating it. So what exactly was missing anyway? It is believed to have been a genuine world pearl. Recently stolen, sir. Yeah, those things are nothing but trouble. Crumbs, crumbs, crumbs. Crime scene ruined. No evidence obtainable.
Okay, so I've heard enough to be told what exhibit it was that was damaged.
Yes.
So, was there a placard or anything up for that exhibit?
Yes, the placard reads, possibly a real world pearl. On loan, Anthony Smart.
Does it say how many stars it had on it?
1.
An exhibit was destroyed that contained a world pearl on loan by Anthony Smart.
That's not good.
That's A.
What's a world?
Oh, one of
It's
these.
best if we know.
Where is it? It's gone.
Beb.
Yeah. Like that.
Anybody else free to make perception checks in my presence?
I'm hella distracted.
When you touch it, you feel a powerful force
38.
watching you from somewhere. An overwhelming, huge, giant force, greater than anything you've felt. You feel lightheaded at this overwhelming presence. Like the universe's
pick up on
eyes
something.
are watching you.
I hand it back straight away.
Something wrong, Sylvia.
How secure is this car?
It's us.
It's us.
It's us.
Well, when I was on the way back from the drop point, I saw something shining on the side of the path, and I found... Yes.
Oh, yep.
And you didn't mention this until now.
Correct.
Is it the 1-1?
Yes.
It's the 1-1.
Okay, so the person... So it was stolen from the museum and made its way to the park.
It was like partially buried, but something had stopped it being fully buried.
Still a weird place to find it.
Sir,
Charles.
there is a telephone call for you, sir. Someone called Nora Bradford.
Okay.
They claim it is extremely important. They claim to have known you at Harvard, sir.
Yeah.
You need reminding who this is.
Yeah, I think I have the names wrong in my head.
Fellow student at Harvard. In the previous timeline, you guys went drinking once a month.
That one. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I'll head back soon.
I could put it through, sir, if it is truly that important.
Yeah, one moment. So, why didn't you mention you had it?
The truth of the matter is, I thought something like that, the least people who know about it, where it is
I don't trust these devilish orbs.
the better.
Either
So I
way.
just thought I'd put it somewhere where nobody would find it, and then
It is a bit concerning.
if the subject came up for an important reason, I'd I'd bring it up, which it did.
The thing that's concerning is that you've got 2.
How many does Spar have?
Including that one?
Yeah.
But no one knows we
I
have
wanted to get another 2 and put them on display at each of the entrances to the spire.
Only good things will happen.
That would be bad.
Only good things.
Yeah. You guys want missions or not?
No one else knows we have 2. I think it's safer if we have them than other people.
That's what my theory was. Especially if nobody knows we have them, which is why I didn't say anything when I saw it.
We need to keep them in a safe place that we are is exactly secure.
Good, I'll just keep them where it is.
Yes, but if you have to get changed, you're gonna, because you're doing your other life stuff, the job and stuff, and you get changed. Where are you gonna?
This is the first time it's occurred to you that you get changed all the time and that stuff is not there.
Yeah.
It just doesn't exist.
Somehow, the pocket dimension.
And then the rules of the pocket thing require everyone to drop the subject, assume it's safe, and move on.
Yes.
That's never been a problem before, and then we go.
Yes.
Is there anywhere you guys want to go? I have to take a phone call.
Hey, I just had I just had a thought. You'll need this communicator.
This is one of the recent ones, right?
The one of the new ones, yes.
Yeah, you threw one at me.
No, you'll need the second one.
Any particular reason?
Well, I'm guessing you're still talking to Charles over the normal channels.
Yeah, but I was just gonna try to replicate this one. I have.
Or reverse engineer it or something.
Yeah. I'll take the second one.
It'll be easier for until, because we don't. I mean, Simon, if we have to get him, we just get a hold of us,
On the subject of,
and we can get more of these, but it'd be better if you have this for the moment.
Yeah.
So.
on the subject of keeping the world pearls safe.
Sir, I'm afraid your caller is becoming increasingly agitated.
Okay, sorry, I have to take a phone call.
Do we just get it on Jekyll?
Well, you can take it in your helmet on silent.
Yeah, but
right?
that just means I can't talk to any of you
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, put it through.
Thomas?
Yeah.
Thomas, I couldn't think of anyone else to call. I've been seeing this thing all day, and I remember you mentioning something about it. And there's this guy in the park, and then he said your name. He said you couldn't help me. I'm scared, Thomas. Could you come around?
What does he look like?
Like black. I couldn't really make him out.
So the car starts moving.
You hear the door splinter.
The car is moving at full
What
speed.
the? Oh God! What are you doing? Phone hitting floor noise. Phone being picked up noise. I'll do this forever, Thomas.
Did something just come up? Why are we?
Yeah, you are suddenly moving extremely fast through the city towards Richmond.
I'm guessing something's happening.
No, thankfully I'm a criminal drug dealer who makes children and eats babies.
Better put this back on.
Man, I really hope a black I wish a black APC would just end my suffering.
I'm imagining, like, within 5 minutes you pull up outside. You have deja vu right outside the Birchford apartment.
I just kick open the door and rush.
Okay.
I'm going inside.
Cool. You take the elevator.
You were still on the tag
There.
I look at the others for a moment.
Okay, you
before
were right.
going
You basically
up.
arrive outside her, but you go up the building, or you just launch yourself up at the top and go down, which is faster.
Yeah.
And you were right. The first sign of trouble is that the door is sort of broken in and hanging on the bottom hinge, and the top hinge is only barely connected, like open, connected.
Let's go! There's only one way to stop Labor's taxes.
Kill them.